Oh, what? I was supposed to meet. Whoa, is this man a fucking racist? You can't let this become the norm. You hurt somebody, a human being. You're a monster. Yes, torture that motherfucker. After that, we will all get our just reward. You, me, the Camarilla, even the Anarchs. Huh. I think I should head over to Tamika first. Oh. A piece of paper is sticking out of the mailbox. It's a computer printout, a note and a screenshot from Google Maps. It reads, "Meet me at the indicated spot tomorrow at 10 p.m. No signature. The place marked on the map is the lookout point near Pier 1, just next to Brooklyn Bridge. You check the phone that Mia passed on to you. No new messages, no missed calls. It's all a bit fishy, but there's only one way to find out who addressed this to you. Looks like tomorrow evening has been planned out for you. You go downstairs as soon as you wake up, one more glance at the phone but no news from Mia. You take the car down to Brooklyn, park on Front Street, and approach the meeting spot cautiously. A figure about Mia's size is standing there, dressed in an oversized jacket and looking out toward Manhattan. As you approach, you can hear her muttering something. And if it cannot be true, then okay. The woman turns around. It's not Mia. Whoever it is, you have never seen her before. She looks perfectly plain and unmemorable. Oh yes, it's me. We are meeting now. You are meeting me. I am meeting you. Such a joyous occasion. You turn around. 3 men, all of them burly and threatening, approach you. One of them takes the lead. Oh? So you got the message. I did. The boss wants to meet you. Oh, okay. Torque? Oh, what? I was supposed to meet Torque. What? You gotta be shitting me. Torque ain't the boss of jack shit. I mean boss Callahan, you dumbass. I suggest you get a move on. We've got places to be. The voice of the woman keeps creeping into your consciousness. The litany of gibberish ever present throughout this entire conversation. The man cracks his knuckles. Or we can do it the hard way. Shit, I don't know what to do. Fight back? No, I think I'm going to agree. Yeah, okay, I'll go with you. They lead you down the pier and onto a motorboat. The engine starts. He puts to a cloth sack. One of the guys is holding you down. The woman is still there, whispering to herself. Somehow, you hear her voice clearly in your head. It becomes a nagging suggestion to put the sack over your head. You don't really want to do it, but your hands go through the motions all the same. Oh my gosh. It takes 15 or so minutes to reach your destination. The engine dies down and you are led on shore and then further. Up an incline and through some overgrowth. 10 more minutes of walking, maybe, until a deep voice reaches your ears. No, that will not do. How many times do I have to repeat myself, Vincent? You don't have to think. You have to listen and do what you're told. Yes? Well, take that ridiculous sack off their head, will you? Oh. The hood comes off. The owner of the deep voice is a curious sight. Dressed in what can only describe as a Victorian clothing. With a monocle and graying red hair, Is this Callahan? Oh? You're a dumb looking motherfucker. Just kidding. What if I say you're the Anarch Baron? Scratch his ego for a little bit. Ain't that the truth? Douglas Callahan is my name. But you may call me boss. Everyone does, for a good reason. I have invited you here to have a friendly chat. What? First though, I have to make sure you understand what your infraction was. So, do you know why you're here? I feel like you're dying to tell me. He takes your face on his hand while Vince holds you in a tight grip. He squeezes hard and looks you deep in the eyes. Torque is the reason why you're here, or that little angry trumpet of his, I'm told, yes? Mia? Oh, how I'd love to get my hands on her gaunt neck and wring it until it breaks. Oh, what a violent man. You folk here call yourself Afro-American, correct? Whoa, is this man a fucking racist? Oh my gosh. Oh no! Finished with your disgusting rant. He looks at you with rage in his eyes, and you feel insignificant and vulnerable. An irrational fear takes over you. You cannot speak against this man again. You can't. He's too terrifying. I will request something from you, and you will obey me to the letter. But that comes later. First, you will answer a few questions. The first of which is, who pointed you to Mia? Nobody, it was my idea. Oh, really? I needed her help. Oh, come on now, you'll have to be more specific than that. I need to know exactly what it was that you discussed. I wanted her to explain the annex to me, so I asked her about the movement. Oh. He gives Vince a sign and the burly man starts hitting you all over. You feel your teeth, ribs, and fingers break. Your foot is mangled under Vince's boot. Your shoulder dislocated, your nose wrecked. He snaps his finger in front of your face a few times and checks if you can focus on his face. You can, but barely. Callahan walks away as do Vince and his band of thugs. You lie on the ground for a while longer, feeling the blood slowly putting your body back together, your hunger growing. You can hear the beast calling, for sustenance, for safety, for revenge, a distant but pronounced third desire. The whole way there, you are tempted by the beast. Nobody but his wife and kids, if he has them. Nobody but his boss and coworkers. Nobody but you. As you look in the mirror tomorrow. Keeping your hunger at bay was never before as difficult as it is tonight. The driver stops at your apartment building. There is nobody around. You can do it. Do it now. Resist the fucking beast. You pay the driver and walk out. Fast. Leave the car behind. Don't look back. No. Through the door, up the stairs, key in the lock, open the apartment, walk in, lock yourself in. The familiar four walls of your haven are a blessing. The beast inside you keeps nagging, but you kept it at bay tonight. Not a small feat given your state. You are still weak. You're still not quite mended. You need to rest. Tomorrow you will have to feed again. Tomorrow you will have to consider your next move. Callahan is not the kind of man who quits, but tonight, you rest. Waking up tonight feels different for two reasons. For one, you are pleasantly surprised that your body mended reasonably well while you were resting. Oh. But what is truly remarkable is waking up to the tune of an old cell phone ringtone. An unknown number is calling the phone. You got from Mia. You alright? I feel like shit. Look, that's too bad, but I don't really care. I was just being polite. No drinking on the premises, so if you want to grab a snack, do it now before setting foot on the borough. And this is exclusively no powers meeting. We'll be rubbing shoulders with commoners the whole evening, and also we don't trust you, so keep it casual or you'll blow it. Anything you'd like to add? Oh yeah, if we were to meet, I need you to offer protection from Callahan. I met him yesterday. He kicked my ass and forbade me from meeting Torque. We'll post additional lookouts on watch. That's the best I can do. If Callahan got under your skin, I get it. I was in the spot once or twice too. All I've got to say is, the risk is worth it. First things first, you take the subway to New York Station, walk to Front Street, retrieve your car and weigh your options while driving back to your haven. Feeding opportunity. You've been doing this for a few good nights. You're learning what kind of predator you are and what kinds of blood you crave. You're so caught up in yesterday's problems and in this cloak and dagger debacle, you're now a part of it, that the hunt feels almost automatic and casual tonight. A fragment of you surrenders control. Just minutes after you find your victim, coax them, and drink from them, you find you've forgotten their face and how they were dressed. It only hits you once. You look at yourself in your car's rearview mirror. This was wrong. You can't let this become the norm. You hurt somebody, a human being. You're a monster. You need to stay mindful of this. You're a monster, but unless you let yourself off the hook, you can hold on to your humanity and not let yourself slide down the spiral. Instead of cleaning your mind, this clouded it further, and you are still no closer to a decision. Yeah, I should drive around. You do intend to visit Torque tonight, but you decide to drive around a bit first. Something tells you there might be somebody tailing you. It sounds sensible to try to lose them. You spend a good 2 hours looking in your rearview mirror and driving all over the city before finally driving to the Bronx. You take some basic precautions as you enter Torque's turf. That kindred, for the most part, look no different than regular people. Makes things complicated, of course. If you're being followed or watched, it's going to be hard to tell. You reach the pub, shoot a final glance around, there's nobody suspicious around as far as you can see, and open the door. The smell of cigarettes is overwhelming. The whole place has an aura about it, a constant fog hanging right under the ceiling. The lethargic fans do nothing to disperse it. The constant crack of billiard balls and clinking of glasses tells you all you need to know about the clientele. You're wondering if you got the address right. You apparently did. Mia's here. She motions you over to one of the few tables around. Not that I know of. You didn't prove very helpful at the bar. Carol, the bartender, mentioned that you made an effort, but as you can imagine, there are plenty of licks who use feminine pronouns in this city. Still, I'll take whatever I can get, so thanks for that, I guess. Come on, Torque's right there. You walk toward one of the tables. A guy in a coat and hat leans over to take his shot. He's way ahead of his opponent. The table is clear of his balls, save for the 8th ball in a tricky precision. Oh, he looks cool. The disgruntled man accepts his defeat and pays up, then declares he's going to grab another beer. He turns his full attention to you. The man is good looking, if somewhat gaunt and intense. His eyes especially seem to pierce right through your core, but not in a pleasant way. Name's Torque. I believe you're Lamar. Sophie Langley's new plaything, is that right? Plaything? No, we're not lovers. Oh. I did hear about your curious partnership though. Forgive my being real with you right off the bat, but I like to know who it is I'm dealing with. So here's something that I've been scratching my head about. Sophie Langley wants to meet with you. Don't ask why. She didn't tell me. She just said it has something to do with gathering allies against Boss Callahan. I'm here to arrange that meeting. Mia's furious. She's looking at the pool cue as if she was figuring out the best combination for the two. It's fine, I appreciate the honesty. Well, and that interesting proposition. You can't be seriously thinking about meeting this with Langley. She's hardline cam. It's a trap, it must be. It just might be, it just might. He looks at you, pierces you with his unnaturally keen eyes. He's about to say something when a door opens at the back of the room. Hey Torque, got a guest. They're in the back. Torque tips his hat to you and walks to the back, joining the man who called for him. Mia glowers at you, this time weighing one of the pool balls in your hand. She looks like she has half a mind to chuck it at your face. It's not just Sophie I'm here for? Torg appears from a door at the back and calls across the room. You go to the back room. It's basically a storage area with a single wooden desk. It's pretty cramped, especially considering there are 5 other people in there with you. Torg ushers you in and closes the door behind you and Mia. Two burly dudes are holding somebody down. A familiar voice reaches your ears. Motherfuckers, you're gonna pay for this, you hear me? The boss is going to fuck you up so bad you have no idea. Yeah, we met yesterday. You're fucked. You're so fucked you don't even know it. Okay, that's a story and a half, ain't it? Vince, calm down now and tell me how many of your guards are still out there on my turf. Damn. It's your turf. You deal with him. He takes an old pool cue and breaks it over his knee. Yes, torture that motherfucker. Torque takes a sharp piece of wood and jams it into Vince's chest. His features grow slack, his entire body inert. He doesn't even give out a yelp. The other 2 Anarchs who held Vince down before take him out of the room. As entertaining as that was, I think Vince in his unmatched wisdom shared more than Kalyan would hope for. This changes things. Ever heard about Operation Lights Out, Slamar? It was a second Inquisition effort here in New York City. A single night of raids at a magnitude never seen before or since. The Ivory Tower got away with just a few losses here and there. No major players were hit. They managed to find safe spots and stay out of the eye of the shitstorm. Us though, we got hit hard, all over town. Havens were rooted out, entire coteries and safe houses gone, just like that. Nobody saw it coming. I barely got out in one piece. Mia looks at him with concern and puts a hand on his arm. He shrugs it off gently but surely. Others like my child, Barb, or Mia's sire, extinguished. But you know who got out without a scratch? Callahan, oh. I think the bastard knew what was coming, and he set us up. Not just us. Some of our brothers and sisters who got hit had some of the lowest profiles in the city's slick population. The moral of the story? Kalyan is an opportunistic motherfucker, and even if his thickest followers suggest he's going to sell me out, then that's what he's going to do, as sure as the sun rises. Okay. Me? Valuable? I'm just a pawn. The realization that you just summarized the entirety of the last 2 weeks or so hits you hard. But if there was a moment to be honest with yourself, it's now. Fuck! The man puts his hand on Mia's shoulder. She calms down a bit. We're afraid, Lamar. But then, what else is new? It's a paradox. Being who we are, the hunter one night, the hunted another, masters of the night, slaves to dawn, a duality to everything. Mia, I understand your concern, but I need you to trust me like you did before. This is my call and my responsibility. You can give me shit about it later, like I'm sure you will. He smiles, then takes on a no bullshit look and points at you. 3 conditions. Okay. Okay. I'll wait and see. I might. Don't you worry none. The camp only seems like a stable monolith. Just wait until they get bored of Panhard's rule. Let me tell you, nothing quite as frantic and amusing as well-dressed rats scurrying over one another to call themselves the prince of the pile, even for a moment. Best be on your way. Ask for me here when you need me. The bartender knows how to get in touch. Just ask him to put the owner on the line. Okay. Mia walks you to the door and accompanies you to the car. Save it. She starts walking back to the bar as you start the engine and head back to Sophie's apartment. Time to give Sophie the good news. She welcomes you as openly as ever, clearly excited to see you and for what news you might bring. Good evening, Lamar. How is your task going? You have something for me, perhaps? Obviously, bitch. Oh. Trouble? What trouble? During my meeting with Torque, the same guy who beat me yesterday, Vince, showed up. He's Callahan's goon. We have to assume he knows that I met Torque. Well, that just means you have to bring the plan to a close. And thanks to your good timing, we're just a day away from that. Well, let's hear it. What did Torque agree to? You lead the Anarch leader's condition. You are to pick him and Mia up. The meeting should only include the 4 of you, and it should be held in a public space. Those are all fair enough, although I do worry about that Mia character. Tell me, do you think she's trustworthy? She's fine for an Anarch. Very well. As for the place, I wonder if they would agree to meeting in Hudson Yards, the vessel. Plenty of tourists visit that place. She seems to have made up her mind. Yes, bring them there tomorrow night. Look for me near the top level. Tomorrow? So soon? I don't think they're expecting me back so soon. Yes, tomorrow. For reasons that shall be made obvious when we talk. Pick them up at midnight, then drive back to Midtown. That's the plan. I'll be waiting as long as it takes, within reason. Interesting. Final puzzle piece is about to find its way to your destination. After that, we will all get our just reward. You, me, the Camarilla, even the Anarchs. Huh. I could kiss you. Shut the fuck up. A figure of speech, darling. Or at least it is tonight. But a few nights from now, who knows? I'm growing fond of you. And success weds. Oh? The sexual tension? What the hell? I don't like her. The sexual tension in the room becomes unbearable until it suddenly disappears. Was this another one of Sophie's tricks, or an actual spark of arousal on both of your undead bodies? You certainly felt the blood flow through you for a short moment. The warmth in your groin takes you by surprise. You didn't think you could do it. Oh? Okay. Use the rest of this night well, Relmar, and rest. We are but a day's sleep away from shaking the city awake. Oh. Should I meet Tamika or... Yeah, I think I should meet Tamika. Immediately after you enter the park, you can tell that something's wrong. An odd silence hangs in the air, like the silence from a choking victim after the fight leaves them. It doesn't take you long to find Tamika. You see her in the distance, leaning against a tree. As you make your way toward her, she puts her finger to her lips. Only then you do notice the blood dripping from her side. Oh no. You pick her up, letting her lean on you. She looks at you, her eyes wild with fear and rage. No. He's still out there. We need to go. We need to help him. You're in no shape to fight. A jolt of pain makes her almost bend in half. Through sheer force of will, she manages to straighten herself up. Let's fucking do this. You head deeper into the park. Soon, you stumble upon a set of innocuous barriers. Service vehicles, black and yellow caution tape, men in work suits that keep the civilians out of a certain area. It's not at all difficult for a creature of the night to avoid these. You'd almost think that their presence here is accidental. But once you spot black vans deeper in, you get a foreboding feeling. Tamika grabs your shoulder and squeezes hard. You have to squint to see. Two SI scouts have taken tactical positions between the trees. There's no way in hell you'd have noticed them or hid in time if Tamika hadn't alerted you. Body armor, camo, night vision goggles, rifles, and semi-auto shotguns. Some equipment you can't even name. These guys means business. She's getting ready to just pounce on them. Consequences be damned. You need to think and fast. Draw their attention away. Yelling at the top of your lungs, you rush at the men, forcing them both to focus their fire on you. The first one falls before it's able to pull the trigger. The second one takes aim. Suddenly, you realize you might have bitten off more than you can chew. Reflexively, you squint, waiting for the bullets to tear through your flesh. To your response, no shots are fired. You open your eyes and see Tamika standing over your would-be assailant. She flicks her wrist, sprinkling the grass under her feet with the man's blood. Damn. All things considered, she seems to be doing alright. You keep on moving. Tamika gestures at the nearest patch of trees. Stick to the shadows, take M1 at a time. Sound advice. You take it to heart as you move on towards Tamika's haven. It doesn't take long for you to run across more of them. 3 operatives in full riot gear are running down a park alley, sweeping the area with barrel-mounted flashlights. Keeping very still and very quiet, you wait for them to approach. Tamika watches you from the bushes nearby, clearly waiting to follow your lead. Okay, try to take them out. As the first victim marches past, you lunge at him, sinking your teeth in his neck. In one sudden motion, you rip a chunk of his flesh from his throat. Ew. As soon as she lands, she springs back toward the other one. A single slash of her claws is all it takes. The man's body falls to the ground. After a second or two, his head follows. You raise an eyebrow at Tamika. She hits back with a roguish grin. 2-1. No time to savor your victory. A savage yell rings out from across the tree line. You know that voice. Tamika throws herself toward where it came from. It's almost unbelievable how fast she moves. Considering the state she's in, you're barely able to keep up. Mere seconds later, you find yourselves under the cover of a rose bush, giving you a clear view of a nearby clearing. Off in the distance, you spot a group of gunmen converging. Slowly but surely, the circle of hunters closes in on a lone figure struggling on the ground. The figure lets out a pained roar. Looking closely, you realize its role. Caught in the same steel net you saw used against the scarred one, he struggles frantically, trying to break free. With each passing seconds, step by step, the operatives close in around him. Driven by instinct, Tamika jerks forward to save her brother. She stops herself at the last moment, as if reminded of your presence. Fast and furious, oh my gosh. If you don't, it's suicide. They're taking him alive, we'll find him. Fast and furious. You go in fast and furious, no messing around. Take him out as quickly as you can. She nods in approval. Sounds good. You move in like a 2-person SWAT team, staying low to the ground before you finally make your first move. The first 2 hunters meet their death. Unfortunately, it's enough for the others to notice your presence. So much for the element of surprise. As 2 men turn towards you, their fingers already on the trigger, another 2 approach you, stabbing at the air with their cattle prods. Attack the gunman. Prioritizing long-range attackers, you make quick work of them, slashing both of their throats before they can fire. Meanwhile, Tamika does her share. She swiftly avoids the cattle prods and moves in for the kill. 4 bodies hit the ground. 2 vampires are still standing. You both turn towards the last remaining foe. Driven by sheer desperation, the sole surviving soldier stands over Raoul and aims his automatic shotgun at his head. Tamika growls. You gesture at her to stand down. There's no room for mistakes here. Let him go and we take you and we let you live. With shaking hands, the gunman looks at you, then Tamika, as if warning you to not come any closer. It's mostly for show. He's fucked and he knows it. You notice the man's grip loosen, clinging to hope he is seconds away from giving up. 3, 2, 1. Suddenly, Raoul springs up, grabbing the man's gun. As they struggle, you and Tamika lunge towards the gunman. A shot rings out. Raoul's body collapses under the weight of the steel net. His head, a gaping hole. Oh my gosh. The operative looks at you, startled and confused. His eyes widen, seeing Tamika flies towards him. Death incarnate. The man's screams echo across the park. She doesn't stop. Not when his intestines are spread on the grass. Not when his eyes turn to bloody holes. Not when his face turns to mush. Only when the screaming stops, only when it is certain he has met his cruel end, only then does she stop. You watch in silence as she walks over to what's left of her brother. Oh no. Falling to her knees, Tamika lets out a yell unlike any you've ever heard. It's as if she's been possessed by some wailing spirit, a banshee screaming out into the sky. Her scream echoes across the clearing until finally it all goes quiet. With tears streaming down her face, she looks up to you. Clenching her fists, she pounds the ground in frustration. We need to get out of here. This isn't over yet. More will be coming. As she is literally trying to shrug off her despair. When she looks at you again, she seems far more clear-headed. Hastily, yet carefully, you make your way out of the park. You don't stop until you reach a nearby alleyway. There, in the relatively safety of the surrounding darkness, you take a moment to rest. Leaning against the wall, Tamika presses her hand onto her wound, fighting off the pain. She looks up to you. You need help. Knowing when it's time to fold, you nod and head toward the far end of the alley. After several steps, you look back to see how Tamika's doing. You smile, noting her absence. Okay. Having managed past a couple blocks without incident, you thank your lucky stars and blend into the nightly New York City crowd. Hopefully, Tamika's made it as well.